let's design some, what do I even want to call this? Canned seafood packaging. So I have basically had an infatuation for the last, I would say, maybe like 2, 3 months with this tuna packaging. Basically, the brand is called Fishwife, and since then I've taken like a liking again to the tuna slash packaged fish aisle. And now I'm kind of interested because I remember as a kid the only thing I ever really saw was like the blue can. Can't remember the name of the brand right now. Um, and the one with the like the fish character on it. So I mean, to see that like the olive oil packaging, the potato chip packaging, the all the fun snacks are now like not the only packaging on the shelves with really good branding. So Fishwife is basically what inspired this, but now I'm basically going to make my own because I am kind of excited about it. So, of course, the first thing I'm going to do is open up Pinterest because why not? And let's basically focus right now on making a mood board. So, I'm going to open up Illustrator and basically get started on what I think this mood board is going to be. I, of course, want whatever this packaging is to be very colorful, but not too colorful. A very like unpopular confession from a designer. A lot of people don't really want to admit it, but I am someone who is not that great at color palettes. So I'm hoping that this will kind of flex that, give me some practice, and figure it out from there. But basically, I'm just going to go ahead and make a brand dump file, which is what I do for all of the branding that I do. Then I'll space it out, add the logos, all the colors, etc., and make like a style guide. But for now, I'm just going to focus on getting something on the page. This is actually not the right size that I need this to be, so now I need to start over. Hit new. And in the words of Lauren Helm, I'm basically just going to call this a passion project for now. So the brand name is still something that I don't know. Hopefully by the time you come back in the next clip, maybe I'll have one, but I'm not sure yet. So let's try this again. I actually would rather this be 1920 by 1080. And then I'm just going to open up artboards. So I'm not sure if you knew you could space these out however you want to. I really don't care about that right now. I use the margins for mood boards and things like that. But for the sake of this video, no, for the sake of this video, I'm literally going to do it the way I always do it. Cool. So now that I've got the margins, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I think I'll use Enter as like the font of choice right now. And then I'll just, label this mood board. And then color it white for now. So this is where I basically just start pulling images, and maybe I'll put like a little bounding box around it for now so that it's not super overwhelming in terms of the space that I have. But let's use this as my bounding box. Usually I would just move things throughout the margins, like fonts I want to use, that kind of thing. But we'll do what we can. So I'm going to make this a little bit smaller and then get back to Pinterest and figure out kind of like what we want the brand to look like. So referencing Fishwife, I think the first thing I'll of course do is go ahead and research tuna packaging brands, and then I'll do what I always do, which is a technique that I kind of use when it comes to branding, is I'll go and look at branding that's not in the same sector as what it is that I'm making, and then I'll decide what I want my stuff to look like. Of course, first thing I see, hello, is Fishwife. Clicking down in here, this is kind of cool, but not really the style I'm going for. This is interesting. Don't know what it is, but I'm just gonna save it. Then I'll drag all the images out of there and figure out what I want to put in there. So let's go back. Looking through, I think about like Meg Lewis and what she designs often. And I don't know if that's the colors I want to go for, but we'll see. Of course, going to add Fishwife in there where I can. I think these images are going to kind of be low res. So what I'm going to do is look up Fishwife, go to images, and then pull some high res stuff that I can use as reference. This is one that I actually have on my phone, which, I mean, product photography is everything. I've actually been excited about getting into product photography. So maybe with another passion project that I'll be doing right after this one, I think I'll try and make fake ice cream. You'll see that. There's a girl basically out of Virginia. There's a girl out of Virginia that does product photography and like staging. And the first time I ever worked with a food stylist was actually on a holiday shoot for the client that I work on now. And it was the most fun thing, watching her basically like make macaroni and cheese look like macaroni and cheese. So, kind of am interested in trying to get into that, but we'll see. All right, I think I've pulled enough Fishwife references here. Don't really think I need any more. So let's get into something else. Did not know that Fly by Jing and Fishwife did some stuff together, so that's kind of cool. This is interesting. I missed it. This is interesting. There's like these Andy Warhol soup can. Is it a puzzle? Yeah. Is that what that is? Yeah. So I'm gonna try and find that. Oh, got it. This is cool. I didn't even think about like the color palettes that Andy Warhol was using in all of his paintings. This might be interesting. So now that I've kind of gotten the lay of the land on some like similar tuna packaging, I'm not really that impressed. It's really hard to do tuna packaging in this day and age because there's two major brands that basically have the game on lock. But I'm gonna go ahead and start looking at a couple of other different types of things. So the first thing I'll do is go through my packaging folder really quick and see if there's anything in there that falls in line with inspiration after I save this matchbox, because this is interesting. I will say, as a creative who is coming out of block, I'm questioning whether or not I'm capable enough to create a project out of this, but I'm not gonna down myself to the point where I'm not giving myself a chance. So let me quickly go into my packaging folder and see if there's anything that I can pull from there. It is gonna be called packaging. Cool. Oh, I love this. Okay, so this I think was like a dupe chip brand that somebody did. I'm gonna save that for sure, but I am gonna go to the die line and check to see if this is a higher res image that I can go ahead and like steal. Shout out to the die line. I wish that I did this as a job. Basically just write about packaging all day. But if we go from there, like look, whoever did this did amazing. And I don't think you can save images from Behance. So, but look. Oh, look. Okay. I get excited about these kinds of things. I could reference the books that are on my shelves, but I think for now I'm going to focus just on digital. But I think this is a really good example of like how we can take packaging for the tuna, the sardines, the whatever we put, because I would love to do something for salmon too, because the salmon color is just elite, into something cool. Very inspired by La Puz, but I don't think it's particularly for this project. It would be cool to like do something with a box and put the tuna in it. Have you ever seen tuna in a box? No. Cool. Okay. The Yellowbird's website is cool. I see the sauce in the store all the time, but I'm not ever really thinking about it. I'm going to skip over Armstrong for now. I think they are very like retro in the way that they do their packaging, and I don't want to take from that. I think this is a really interesting way of doing packaging, like flaps that open. kind of want to like challenge myself and create a box for this tuna to go in. So we'll see. I'll definitely have to do some math, which your girl's not good at all. But I will figure it out. Shout out to Parch. I'm going to just save some of these into the packaging folder as I see them. I clearly have creative brain right now, so any and everything is on limits for me, but I think we kind of have a decent idea of what the mood board can look like. Possibly. Let's see. Like in terms of packaging, I think this layout situation is cool where we're putting logos over top of like high res images. This is cool. Let's save it. Also have come across, like, look at this product photography. Is this just KFC? Yeah, they got me. Look at this. I would just save this to the still stop photo folder that I have, because why not? This is cool. I don't think I'm gonna be in a space to do any kind of like illustration or anything. I'm not really all that good at it like I used to be. I also just don't want to be in that space anymore. Fields is always cool, but I'll leave that for itself. But yeah, okay, all right, since we've gone through our packaging folder and found other places to go, let's go into the social media folder. I just have something saved for everything. Let's go into the social media folder and see if we can find some layouts. Let me sing it. Nope. Some layouts for how I can kind of display this throughout the project, just to give some inspo to it. Love this. This is cool. This Brahmi's brand is dope. We've actually purchased this. I have never tasted it, but my partner actually did a review on Brahmi and a couple of other like brands, so that gives some cool inspo. This is cool. It's not pickle. I really like this stuff. I would love to like do something, and I don't really even think this was real. It just comes up on my thing all the time. Saving this to packaging and going back. Let's see, any other canned or glass bottle things that I can kind of pull from. I've used Nort before, or Norte. I think we're good on this. I'm supposed to be looking at social media, so how did I end up here? I don't know. But yeah, so this is basically that initial process of like spewing all of the words into the air, figuring out what works best for a mood board, pulling things that I'm really excited about that I feel like would work. Shout out to, let me go back to this really quick. I don't know if anyone has ever watched Katrina's videos. I actually got to meet her in person and hear her talk at the BN conference, and she worked on Lentiful. All of this is her work. She did all the packaging and stuff on it too, so highly recommend taking a look at her work. She's super cool, and how I aspire to be in terms of like, I'm gonna do it anyway. But let's get back to social. I don't really see anything here that I like care to include right now, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and stop. I also haven't touched this board in a long time, so it probably needs some love. So I'm gonna take like a quick scroll through my Explore. That's basically what I just call it for now. This is cool. This is like brand stuff. Interesting. This is cool. I like this a lot. Let's save it and then add it to the packaging folder. This is also cool, but really busy. Oh, that's planters. Peanuts. Interesting. This is cool. Save. Okay. I'm gonna go through my Explorer and get out of like these rabbit holes, because it's not easy to get out of them once you're in. This is interesting. I like it. Alright, let's go back. This would be cool to like cut it out of paper and put the tuna in, but somebody's already kind of did it, so I'm gonna just backtrack out of there. Okay. We've kind of gotten somewhere. Here's like Ortiz, tuna, and packaging. See if it takes me anywhere. Not really. Alright, so we're gonna go out of here. I should probably create like a new Pinterest board called Dieline. That would be cool. Wait, I'm gonna do that now. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna do that now. Let's see, new create board. I'm not gonna make it private so y'all can go and look at it. And then I'm just gonna put a pin or something. I don't know. Maybe, yeah. Cool. And then I'm gonna save it. So anytime I see like an outline die line or like a outline of packaging without like the everything else, I think I'll just go ahead and add it there. So that's kind of cool. Okay. Oh, I love Little Sesame's hummus. That is good inspiration. I think we can add that in there. They do a really good job of playing with color. So I'll include that in the mood board. I'm going to stay away from mush for now. I actually did something small on social for that. So yeah. Okay. I think the explore page and every other section that I've gone through has done what I needed to do right now. So let's build this mood board and see how we're feeling. I'm actually not going to add any color to this right now. I'm just going to keep it simple and go from there. Got like a cool little mood board together. I know that the type here is just very freaking boring, but basically let's just look at it really quick. I think there's a yeah I knew there was a way. I knew that there was a way for me to go ahead and like zoom in on this really quick, but here is basically what we're working with. I mean, color, it took me a while as a designer to realize that I actually have a style. Because I just was like, all my work looks different. Like, I don't feel like it's the same, blah, blah, blah. But basically, this is what we're working with. So, like, I've noticed that there's some shades of pink in here. There's some shades of, like, red in here. There's some pops of yellow and oranges and peachy shades. So the trend is basically that I'll probably be doing something with those 5 colors. Who knows what I'll come up with. But I think this is a pretty good mix of like different packaging design. Of course, it's a mixture of that as well as like typography and font. I'm really liking like this pizza and spritz font here. But I don't know, like, do I want packaging that's busy? Do I want packaging that is like simple, like Little Sesame and has 2 colors? And just says the design says the rest. Like, I'm not sure, but the fun thing about this is I basically have to work with like albacore, sardines, salmon, that kind of thing. And I think it will be fun to work with packaging that is different shapes and sizes. So later today, well, tonight, I'll probably end up going to like Publix, or maybe even Trader Joe's. I don't know. And finding some packaging that I can bring home and take the labels off of to use the tins, because I think I've decided that I kind of want to go with tins, and then just create or design some boxes that I can basically put this stuff in. So we can go from there and figure out what we're going to do. The really nice thing is I have a Cricut, and so I can basically find the materials that I need to do die cuts and then to do die cuts and basically everything to a place where I can then go ahead and fold everything, get it cut, fold it into a box, and then put the product in. So it's going to be a little bit of a long process, but I'm very excited. So here's the mood board. Let me know what y'all think about that in the comments, and let's get to the next part. So I am up a little late, just clearing some things up. Tomorrow we have the day off, but I ended up going to Walmart today to get some other things, and wasn't even thinking about how big their fish section could have been. But I stopped in, and here's a quick clip of some stuff that I was looking at in Walmart. Currently in the aisles of Walmart, looking at sardine and tuna packaging. This is cool. Oh, these are kind of expensive though. Like, not cheap. And the stickers don't come off, so not gonna be helpful for me. However, this does come off. I'm gonna see if they have salmon or something before I pick this one up. So I came into Home Goods looking for something else and actually ended up getting inspiration. So these like salmon spread things. So let's see what we find. And now that I'm back and I've done everything I need to do today, I finally got to open that bag up, and I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I grabbed that is perfect for this canned fish collection that still has no name. Okay, so what you've already seen is this piece of packaging that I found at Home Goods. I find inspiration everywhere, and since Foxtrot is no longer here, I've just been kind of just looking everywhere else. So I thought the packaging on this was interesting to kind of like play on, like, I don't know if y'all used to have like those little cheap 99-cent pies you got out the grocery store, but it's a cool shape. And then I was thinking we like do a cutout at the bottom so you can see what's in it, but who knows yet. So this is one option. And then while I was at Walmart, I went through and I found some other stuff. So this is basically like tuna kit mix in a box. Bumblebee came up with these. I picked the cheap stuff, but this was one of the ones that I was like, oh, let's just get it. So if I could basically take this box apart, create a die cut for it, and then utilize this as like another version of like a box for the brand, that would be really cool. So I'm gonna do that. Then I had some really big inspo with Spam. So I was like, let me just get a cheap can of Spam and use that packaging, take the wrapping off basically, and rewrap it. But I had my heart set on a glass bottle with a gold top too. So I was like, let me make sure that my Spam is also gold at the top instead of silver, because I don't really like silver like that. Did not realize how large Spam was until I like picked it up, and I was like, but this will be interesting, cool for sizing, that kind of thing. So I grabbed this to go with the packaging as well. Very interesting like can situation for this, so I figured this would be fun. Also grabbed a regular tin of what sardines used to look like. The reason that I got the silver was because they didn't have any gold, which is fine. But I really grabbed it because this paper is easy to take off, and we could just go ahead and redesign this the way that we want. But I thought it was interesting that they worked around the handle and created a sense of branding. But I also have all of this real estate here that I could utilize, which the thinner sardine packaging actually does. And here's an example of that. This I was very excited about for two reasons. The first reason being that it's super thin and gold. Very interesting play on how I can like do something with the packaging here. But what really got me excited is transparent at the top. So like knowing that it's transparent, it gives me the space to kind of play around with this box situation, like a cutout, so that you can see what's inside. So yeah, and then the last thing I got was, as mentioned, that little glass with a gold top. The nice thing about it is all of this is peelable. I might have to get some Gooby going, but basically you can see the product, and I'm just going to take the packaging off and rewrap it. Now, of course, I could have just gotten like blanks, but I actually have no idea where to even find blank packaging that I can use. So I'm going to be building them with my Cricut and die cuts, and then getting all the seals and stuff printed with the Cricut as well, the Cricut and my printer as well, to kind of give it that feel. But yeah, so that is a quick haul of what I was able to grab at Walmart. But I do have one more thing. So in the midst of me fantasizing about all things Fishwife, I ended up ordering a package, which, no tea, no shade, but also tea and shade. It got here faster than an Amazon package. Make it make sense. You pay for Prime, supposed to come in 2 days, doesn't come in 2 days. Buy tuna relative things from Fishwife, they come faster than Prime. Okay. So, I got this package, and I'm very excited to open it up with y'all. Did I order tuna? No, I did not. Did I order something that looks like tuna? Yes, I did. This really was a spur of the moment purchase. I was talking to my brother on the phone, and he was like, "You should get it," and I appreciate him for that. So let's do a little unboxing. First of all, they have their own tape. That's lit. Second, this siding on the box really was just inspiration for me. I appreciate a cardboard box with character, so thank you for that, Fishwife. But inside the box is the thing that I've been very excited to share. It's only this. Damn. Oh my god, there's a sticker in here. So my order came with a sticker. I'm super hyped about it. Oh my god. Okay. I've had a sticker in a long time, so that was exciting. But I've also had a thing for matches, and they put little matches in here. I'm so hyped right now. But the matches segue us basically into the reason that I'm opening this box. So Fishwife has tin can candles that you can light and put around your house. They don't smell like fish, but the packaging really took me over, and I was like, this is the perfect example of an opportunity for me to utilize packaging and figure out a way to make something beautiful. So the brand, all in all, like, is top tier. It's the tuna fish brand that I'm like stuck on right now. But I also get the Fishwife tuna and smoked salmon boxing without having to buy their tuna and smoked fish. So literally, it's got the nutritional facts on the side still. It's got all of the labeling on top, on all 4 sides, but inside of here, I'm thriving right now, is this, which is literally just a candle. This, I think, is a candle. No, I think that's fish, y'all. I think. Oh my god, it's fish. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna pull the next one out. This one has a candle on it. Different vibe. Maybe this is a candle. Wait, did it come with fish? Did I only get one candle? Wait, what? Let's open it. It's called a pop top candle. There are no nutritional facts on this one, so I don't think this is Okay, world's brightest tinned fish candle. Yeah. Okay, this one has labeling on it that lets me know it's a candle and what it smells like. Okay, did I just buy fish? Hold on. Let me see. Actually, because now I'm worried. Is this fish too? I think this is fish. Wait, did they put the wrong thing or... No, it says how to eat. I thought I was getting 3 candles. Okay, let me look at the website. It said candle trio. Did I just order fish? Hold on. Okay, wait. Okay, for cozy candlelit tinned fish nights in, our hand-poured candle collaboration with women-owned My Soy Candle Co. Sent notes of. So I thought that this was going to be 3 candles. I just ordered a candle, smoked salmon, and rainbow trout. It's fine. The whole thing I said about getting the brand getting the brand without having to buy the fish went completely out the window because I now have 2 things of fish, but I now have packaging to keep forever. So I'm not mad. It's fine. I love salmon, so maybe I'll love it. I just am very hesitant about the whole sardine thing, but we shall see. This is fine. It's fine. I did get a candle, so that's fine. A little bit on the pricey side, Fishwife, for fish, but it's fine once again. So there's my little haul, and we can get back to the design content now. Sorry. Okay, so I can't remember where we left off, but here's a little recap. The last thing that I think I showed was I was either unboxing or I was finishing up a mood board and showing y'all the mood board. Basically, I did do a little bit of tweaking to it. I wanted to update it with a couple different things. So since then, I've gone in a bunch of different stores, like down the tuna and the canned fish aisle, and have basically just been looking. I've been looking at Spam, I've been looking at glass products, I've been looking at hummus, I've been looking at pickle jars, I've been looking at like cheese containers, which all seem to have a very similar vibe. And then I've started collecting a couple of different tuna, fish, albacore, etc. So I basically have a bunch, and I can't remember if I've shown it on previous videos, but I will show it on this one so that y'all can kind of see. But another thing we're going to do today is I'm not going to like try and sit here for too long because I do want to work on my puzzle tonight. Whose grandmother am I? I don't know. But I'm basically going to do 2 things. The first thing, probably try and pick some colors. And then the other thing I'm going to do is figure out what font I want to use for the brand. As you can see, the mood board that I have here has like a little bit of a mixture of different fonts, weights, that kind of thing. But I've noticed everything for the most part is a bit more on the bold side. Some of the stuff has an outline to it, and it's all mostly like funky versions of serifs and sans serifs. So I don't think I'm going to be doing anything hand lettered for this. It's been a very long time since I've done anything hand lettered, and I don't plan on it for this particular project. So first, let's zoom out of this mood board really quick and let me give y'all some of the brand names that I've been working on. I think like one night I was just laying up and I was like, I need to figure out what this brand is going to be called, because all of my like folders and labeling and all of that is just labeled something really weird, like passion project _ brand name _ brand dump. So it basically has no name right now. Let me find where I put it. I think I might have lost it. Okay, Inner Creative Thoughts, 2024 content. That is not it. Brieftober, which I'm so excited for. Nope. Virtual Supper Club. I cannot find. I might have to type it in. Where did I write this down at? To-dos, shopping lists. Oh my gosh. I have all my notes like broken down into different sections. But for some reason I'm not finding the note I'm looking for. Oh, I got it. Okay, it was under my to-dos list, which I shouldn't have done that. I posted my day in the life on TikTok. Done. Disney vlog is still not edited. Okay, scroll down. Names for canned fish project. All right, so the first one is salt and sea. I don't know. Okay, I was just trying to think of ideas, and I was not sure. So let's just keep going. Okay. The second one on this list, is Golden Coast, which if anyone has ever had Jamaican beef patties, there's a place in Baltimore called Golden Crust. And so I didn't really love this one, so I just kept going. The next one down the list was Shoreline. It wasn't getting any better. And then the last one I have is Shore and Tide, or Tide and Shore. Now, I used ChatGPT and it did not give me a quality list of names that I actually liked. So we might have to come back to this. So if you have any suggestions for what this tuna fish brand, and I'm not even gonna call it a tuna fish brand, this canned fish, preserved fish brand, should basically look like, or what the name should be for it, here's the mood board. Drop your names below because your girl needs a little bit of help. So yeah, that's what I came up with, and they were all garbage. So we'll come back to these later and just cry about it. But in the meantime, we're gonna try and find some brand fonts that are free 99, that I can use for this project. Now, of course, I do have, yes, I do, a fonts folder of saved fonts that I've always wanted to kind of come back to, but I never really do. So let's start there with these, and then let's go to Creative Market and a couple of other sites to see what we can find. So let's start with, let's just go down the line. This is definitely not it. No. Don't remember what I used that for or who I needed to download it for, and they actually didn't like it, so no. Epilogue is a Google font, not really anything to write home about, and I think it comes in a bunch of weights, but I don't know if it's for this project, so we'll come back to it later. This feels very formal, and that is not what the brand is. 50/50 I for sure know is not what I want. Handmade Sands was interesting, so we're gonna download this one and just add it here. Handmade Sands, and then I'm gonna, does this come in lowercase? Nope. This is gonna be a full all caps font, so that'll be a good note to remember. I don't know, this one's kind of like got that C feeling to it, but I don't know if it's too childish for what I'm trying to build. If we refer to that mood board again, like it looks almost like pizza and spritz, but with like the ruggedness of this here. Don't know if that's really what I want yet, especially if I don't know what the name is. So let's keep going. Enter is another Google font that I don't really care for as a display font. League Gothic is also one of those ones I don't care about. Don't know why Libre Colson is in here. This one is new. This one I did find. Don't know if it's good for a fish, canned preserved fish brand, but I did like the weights. And this pack just so happened to have every weight under the sun in it. So let's, for now, also if anybody has a solve for like downloading every weight in a folder without having to fight, that would be nice. This is Mango Grotesque. I forget the typographer that makes this font, but I actually really love everything that they create. I have a couple of their fonts in here. Don't know if this is quite the font yet, but also I don't have a name, so this is probably going to be a short night. Let's keep going down. Montserrat's not it. Pasta and Wine feels very like it's just too borderline for me, but let me show you how they use the font. And it's Nikki Latz. Remember, I tell y'all every time, that girl Nikki Latz with these fonts, she be eating. So I did buy this, and I think it might have also been free at the time. Let me see if there's some images that I can kind of look at really quick. This is kind of nice. I don't know if it's what I need for this project, but it has like a bit of a opaqueness to it, like the way that it's put with illustrations works, but I don't know if it'll look the same when I go to put it against a box that might have like gold or spot gloss on it. So I'm questioning whether or not this will be good for that. So let's skip over Pasta and Wine for now. Quentin is an absolute no. Saint is an absolute no. Seriously Nostalgic is a good font, but just not for this. Don't remember what I had downloaded Sloop for. Sober. One second. Oh, I'm supposed to be up here. I think this one only came in regular, and really I couldn't do anything with it. Nimkish is not it, and Y2K lettering is actually just a bunch of this. So looks like my font folder has failed me on this. It's been a while since I've updated this, so I'm not even going to be upset about the fact that what I need is not in here. But what I am going to do is take a little trip down Pinterest lane and see if I can find some fonts. But comment below if y'all have a favorite place that y'all like to get your fonts from, download your fonts from, that kind of thing. Of course, it's been a while since I've like talked to other creatives and had that convo. So yeah, but I think first we're gonna go with the Old Faithful. Stop by Type Wolf and see what we can find. Dang, I really like, ooh. This is nice. This is nice. Get. Of course I'm gonna have to pay for it. Oh god. It says free to try. Get the fonts. Check your email. Okay. While I wait for, I think Agrandier to come through, let's go back and see what else we've got. I'm actually going to take some screenshots because there's some references here that I think are super interesting. New Haas Unica. Is this the big font? Yeah, this is the bold font. I mean, do all of the bold fonts start looking like each other? Because that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. So let's browse Adobe Font. Okay, so I'm adding Agrandier to my font library now. And let's see. Let's unzip it and see what they give you when you get a free font. First, let's get rid of all the pleasantries because I don't have time for that. Remove the zip file and open it up. It looks like the try it for free literally gives you every single weight, and I'm not selling this project, so this is actually nice. So let's download Agrideer and use it as a contender. And maybe I'm pronouncing this wrong. Agrideer? Who knows? It's fine. AG. All I know is how to spell it. AGRANDIR. I actually feel like this is nice. Let's just test really quick. Yep, and it's got a lower cap option as well. Great. This one is a #1 contender, even though I don't have a name. So let's do a little playing on Adobe fonts and see what's new, because why not? I'm lying to you. I'm gonna click sans serif and see what it gives me. That isn't the most stressful thing in the universe. Okay, this is interesting. Every PE variable is nice. Feels almost like a Chutzpah font. Wondering who made it. Nah, not Chutzpah. Love the fact that it lets me test it. This is not something that always used to be a part of the Adobe suite. Does it let you change the color? No. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Kind of like this font. Let's add it to the family. Yep, every PE variable is in there. So let's add it in. Let's do grand Avery PE variable. This is interesting. I actually don't hate this. Let's do one more quick scrub through Pinterest before I leave the fonts where they are, and maybe try and find a name, because I don't have a name. Oh wait, I just came up with something. It might not be right for this because I'm not doing just tuna, but okay tuna seemed fun. And then is it like bad branding and brand identity for you to label your product as just okay? We won't harbor on it too much. I'm not gonna like kill myself for it because this is just supposed to be a fun exercise, but yeah. Vortice is nice, or Vortis. Let's see if it still exists. It does. Let's see. Also think the colors for that were, yeah, these are some nice, I like this. This is interesting. I don't know, there's something about this purplish blue against the red, and then the red against that olivey green. Now the only thing about this is this font does not have a low cap weight, but that's okay. Life goes on. We'll decide once we figure out what the name is. Is this what people feel like when they try and name their baby? Because I get it now. I guess this is my baby. All right. I'm gonna be done. Let's write it down and see if we get anywhere. Other words for fish. Fish in other languages. Pescado is what it is in Spanish. I think, yeah, poisson is what it is in French. Fish in Italian is pesche. How is that pronounced?
Pescare.
Let's check the other languages. Let's go back. Y'all lied to me. Okay. Danish is fisk. Is that right? Well, here. I kind of like the way that looks. But.
Fisk.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Okay, so there is another brand. There's a school called Fisk. But then there's also a agency called Fisk, who is actually run by, let me just type that in, who was run by an ex-Nike employee. I actually got to see him talk, and their work is great. They've worked with, like, done album covers. They've done a bunch of Nike work. They've done some stuff for Paramore. Like, yes, but their Fisk means different than the Fisk that I think I'm going for. So let's screw the word cast and go with Fisk. I think that might be it. And I'm not settling. I'm just trying to see if it works. Okay, so I'm going to move these over. Excuse my artboard mess here. But let's type it in. I think Fisk is what I'm... Is it Fisk Co? I kind of like it. I kind of like it. I think I like Fisk, y'all. I don't know if Co is gonna... Is it Salt Fisk? Or is it just Fisk? I don't know. Kind of like Fisk by itself. A lot of these other like tuna brands have just a one syllable pronunciation that makes it easy to remember what it is. And isn't Fisk also a technology company or something like that? Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I think Fisk might be it. It's kind of cool that I can like do a little bit of a word association. I didn't have to do it for as long, but to do a little bit of word association and to figure out that like I could just first look and see what other ways you can say a word, pronounce a word, or like write a word out. But then you can also go ahead and just see how it's said in other languages. And the reason I did that is because I've been super inspired doing French. I'm like 116 days in. But I don't know. It's kind of just cool to... Oops. I didn't mean to generate. To see what I can figure out. I kind of like Fisk. It almost looks like fish, but it's not. And I'm not sure if I want to go Co or not. Dang. This is hard. Okay. I think this is where we're going to stop. And... yeah. I think this is where we're going to stop for now. I think Fisk is where we're going to stop. If you're like, oh my God, Danisha, like... I know exactly what this canned preserved fish brand's name should be, and Fisk is not it. Comment below. I will probably, next time you see me, we'll do some visuals, color, and what's the other thing? And finalize on the name. That too. And I think there was something else, but I forgot it, and it's fine. So yeah.